Once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to the official launch of the organization Vision Achievers Trust. Let me take this specific moment, which is 12 minutes to the hour of 3 p.m. by UK time, to say congratulations to Agrena Mushonga. If you can just stand up for me, just in case a few people don't know you or haven't known you. Not to mention, thank you so much, and not to mention the team behind the scenes, some of which you are going to see today, some of which you probably will see later on, and some of which you will continue to see on our shop front. We call it the shop front on the website. So please feel free. I implore you all to take away the website address, because this is our central point of communication. This is where we'll be communicating with you what has happened, what is happening, and what will be happening, and what we intend to do as far as Visions Achievers Trust is concerned. I am excited. At the same time, I'm so much humbled to be honored to preside on such a momentous event. When Agrena called me and asked me if I could be the master of ceremony on this event, I couldn't hold back. I was happy. I felt honored, because I know what she is passionate about, and I know what this means. Myself, as somebody who is pro-development, who also came from a very humble background, understand when somebody gets up, rises up to the occasion and says, I don't want to see yet another child suffer. Today we live in a world where there are so many challenges, more challenges, maybe multiplied than in the world that we lived in the 80s and in the 90s. Economically, globally, things are not okay. Charity-wise, people are not as forthcoming as they used to be in the 80s. Not because people have gone selfish, but things are not so easy. But let's not always forget to look back, and let not always forget to keep our eyes on the young ones, because it is the young ones that are our today and our tomorrow. 2 days ago, I was quite inspired when I was rang to just get the rundown of what is happening today, what was going to happen today. And the phone was handed over to a teenager, Chido, if I'm mistaken. If you can stand up for me, Chido, please. Thank you very much. And if you can just tell us how old you are, Chido.
16.
Sorry? 16. She's 16 years old, and I remember at 16 I wasn't as innovative as she is. The point I'm trying to stress is these youth are our today. I am reliably made to understand that this event also, a contribution has been immense, and without it, it would not have been as perfect as it looks. There is so much potential in our youth. A man who is now the President of the United States of America, his name is Barack Obama, came also from a very humble background. He could have been overlooked and they became another gangster, another child who ended up in prison, another child who is underprivileged. But he got the opportunities, and today he is the first black American president. So let's not look down on our children, not only our own biological children, but let's always remember the underprivileged, because they are just children and they are our tomorrow. When I was given the name Visions Achievers Trust, 3 words: vision, achievers, and trust. When children cry, they look at us with tearful eyes, because they trust us. They are not in charge of their present or their tomorrow. They're just like the lilies in the valley, the flowers in the forest. They don't know what they're going to eat, but we do. So it is our responsibility to make sure that we uphold that trust. Vision. I'm a spiritual person myself. Without a vision, people perish. If we are just interested in a plate of food that is on our table today, and the music that is playing at the minute, and we don't have a vision, we don't go anywhere. We'll just perish. Achievers. Some of us, the middle-aged, I wouldn't call myself old. Some of us, the middle-aged, we may not have achieved, or we may have achieved. But the biggest potential of achievement is in our youth. When we see them dancing, we see them singing, we see them on their iPods, we see them going to school in their school uniforms, we see them imitating celebrities, politicians, but most importantly, we see our children imitating us, because we are the symbol of achievement that they do have. So it's important that we realize that. So I want to thank you again, Agrena, for coming up with such an inspiring name for this organization. Vision, Achievers, Trust. We are here. It's a beautiful day, and I am so humbled and I'm so delighted that we are launching it. Let it not just be an event, but let it be the beginning of a big process. There are a lot of challenges ahead. The more things are squeezing, the people that are well off, that can flick an electric bulb and have light, that can turn on an electric stove, and they can cook, that can go to Tesco and pay £1 and get a bottle of cooking oil, packet of sugar. We are saying things are unbearable. Think about those children that live in villages in the third world, to which I come from, and to which most of us, our hearts goes to. Let's think about them. A pound that we can spare is a pound that can actually make a child's welfare in the third world bearable, livable, and sustainable. We can't afford to just watch and say, oh, sorry. Neither can we afford to watch and just shed tears and pretend nothing is happening. It is happening. There are children with potential that are not going to school. Not because they don't want to, not because of truants, but because they can't afford, or because the facilities are just not there, or they don't meet up to the challenges of today. And with these words, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to reach deep inside your hearts, not just your wallets, because it's not always about money, but your hearts. Because I believe if Vision, Achievers, Trust win your hearts, we will together meet the objectives that Ben Agrena and the team behind Vision, Achievers, Trust. The minute I walked in, I spoke to her, and she said, today is an emotional day for me. Immediately, I understood her. Because for everybody, there are people that have come. I know Barbara Nyagomo has come on a coach all the way from Manchester. I know people that have driven all the way from London. I know people that have taken off days from their work. And I know people that have been practicing and rehearsing to come and perform on this event. It shows how much you believe in what she has started. And for that, I'm thankful.